Hello dear friends, and welcome to another or part 2 of my craft room tour, and I'm going to show you my other half of my room. So let's get started. On the wall over here I have just a project that I created when I used to be part of the Epiphany Crafts design team. So I just like the frame that I was able to create, and so I use that to decorate my room. I have a calendar right there, and then this is actually kind of one of those wooden crates that I turned over on its side, and I had my husband drill some holes and put some screws in there so I can make it as a shelf, and it houses some paints from Americana, I think, and then just a bunch of mediums up there too. So I got this one as part of design team package, so that's why I have a lot of those. But like I said before, I've purged a few of them as well. Okay, so we go on to this part, and I'm just going to pan out just a little bit so you can see. So this is where I put almost all of my supplies in this little corner. Okay, so we'll go up to the shelf right here. So this shelf was already part of the room, and so over here I have some books that some scrapbook books that I want to keep. I did purge a few of them, and then a few pictures. So these are all pictures right here, pictures and pictures, printed pictures, and then just a bunch of finished projects on the other side. So this is where I house my favorite projects that I've created for design teams, for publications, and all that stuff. And again, I got rid of a bunch of other projects. So this shelf right here was actually one that was, my neighbor was going to toss it, but I thought it looked like it had some good bones and made of good wood. So I asked if I could take it, and that's where I house all my stuff. So this container right here houses some rubber stamps, and then I have my Cuttlebug right here. This plastic container has some more paints, and then it also has my that mat that I use for like when I'm painting in mixed media. I have a sprayer right here. This container holds all of my Creative Memories punches and cutters. So that's housed there. And the reason why I put that up there is because I don't want my little 3-year-old getting a hold of this specific item, so I put that up there. And then this houses some acrylic stamps that are too big for where I put the rest of my acrylic stamps. I have a little spice rack over here that holds some more wood stamps. I used to have a bunch more wood stamps, but I got rid of half of them because I really don't need them. And then on the back side of that has some mixed media items, like I have more gesso, and I have my watercolor set right here. So all of my watercolor medium things that I use are there. I put it in the back because I don't do a lot of watercolor and mixed media, but they're all housed together. So if I need it, I just grab a basket. And then this front basket holds all of my acrylic blocks and my foam. So when I need to stamp, I just pull that one out, and all the stamp blocks are there. So I love that when things that go together are put in the same container, I can just pull that out and put it on my table. Okay, so this basket right here holds all of my embellishments that are kind of more 3D. So I have whatever brads that I have left over. Let me pull it up. Okay, so this houses whatever brads I have left over. So I used to have a big kind of a fish tackle box that has all of these brads and eyelets, and I got rid of a bunch of them, so this is what's all that's left. And then I have some wood embellishments, chipboard, some more flare badges, lots of doilies, some frames, flowers, fabric scraps, chipboard, some embellishment packs, foam, and some brads. So those are all my embellishments, and I'm just going to stick with that one. Okay, so now we move on to the pink container. This house is all my Inspired by Stamping stamps. So they're all clear stamps, and they're all organized by theme. Now the reason why I have one full container of Inspired by Stamping stamps is because I used to be in the design teams, and these are all the stamps that I kept from my term there, and so I have them all organized because I have a few of them. And then this basket right here holds all my 6x6 paper pads. 6x6, 4x6, all those pads right there. And then tucked in between that is my Memory Maker's little thing that has the eyelet setter, the tweezer, things like that. And then on the third shelf, so this caddy right here is one of those mail sorters. You can see there. And it houses all of my little alphabet stickers and word stickers. And then this basket, purple basket right here, are all of my items from Epiphany Crafts. And I used to be in their design team as well, so those are the only ones that I've kept. It doesn't have the punches in there. My punches are in another place, but it has all of the bubble stickers and like charm makers and things like that. This one, white basket, holds all of my wafer thin dies. So that's all the dies that I have, and I'm happy with that. This basket has chipboard, just chipboard there, and I have been debating if I want to get rid of them. I probably eventually get rid of them sometime this year because I haven't used them, but so I had a few more, and then I got rid of a bunch, and that's what I kept. They still bring me joy. That's why I kept them. This blue container right here holds all of my stencils. These are my Zutter binding machine and the coils for binding. That one is my Spellbinders die cutting machine, and this one houses my embossing folders, Cuttlebug embossing folders, and then my plates for my Cuttlebug. On the bottom, I have this basket right here houses all of my glue dots adhesive. I am still in part of their design team, and so I get a bunch of glue dots adhesives, so they are housed in a separate container, and that's all that I have right now. And then these are scraps, like little scraps of paper that I still want to keep because they're good for when I'm die cutting, because they're like really small pieces of cardstock, and so they're good for that. Okay, now we go on to this storage. Now I got the storage when I was part of a design team. I can't even remember, but it has been really useful for me all these years, and so I'm just keeping it. And the good thing about these kinds of storage is that you can make it into whatever configuration you need or want. So that's what I did here. So this top one right here, I've created kind of a homemade DIY project or 3 project life or pocket scrapbooking card container. This was actually an Activia box at one point, and then I covered it with some wrapping paper and washi, and then made my own little cubbies. So it has my 3x4s and my 4x6, and then this has all of my like little tags and photo corners and journaling blocks, so they are all housed there. It says right there, it has wood shapes. So I have wood, like 1-inch woods of hearts and squares and stars. So I put them in that container right there, all organized, and I use that for like kid projects. And then we go down here, and then these are all stickers, and so that one is alphabet stickers, all sorted by color. That one has all of my other stickers, and then this one has my thickers, and then this container right here has some tools like my We Are Memory Keepers stamp tool, stamp press, I forgot what it's called, and then the 1-2-3 punch board, and also my fuse tool is there. And then go down. So I have 8.5 by 11 cardstock, different colors, 12 by 12. And then this one right here houses some papers. So it is organized alphabetically by manufacturers, and so it's just basically their collections that I have kept as is. So it starts with American Crafts and then goes all the way down there. This is also right there are also papers. These are all paper pads that I have. So die cuts with a view and the Recollections one. All right, single sheets of papers have been organized by theme. So I have these plastic dividers that I have gotten, a long time ago. I think they're Cropper Hopper, but I just divide them background papers. I have animals, text, stripes, celebrations, chevron, and things like that. So these are all my single sheet papers. That's it. That's all I have. Or maybe to some that's still a lot, but I did purge a bunch. And then just paper stacks and more paper stacks. And then on the bottom I have more cardstock. These are all cardstock stacks, and then these are specialty papers. I have some canvas and burlap and glitter, and then I have wrapping paper, and then I have these stacks from Die Cuts with a View that for like framing, like it has calligraphy and you can watercolor and things like that. So that's what I have there. And then on this side I have all of my albums, like mini album stuff. So these are all the only mini albums that I've kept. I purged a lot of like shape mini albums that I have gotten in the past. I've purged all that because I really don't make mini albums anymore. I've learned that I need to be efficient with the real estate of my scrapbooks and my mini albums. And mini albums are just, there's just too many of them. They're like rabbits that I make one and then all of a sudden I have 10 in my basket. So yeah, so I just stopped making mini albums. And then this area will house all of my, like if I buy albums for future use, that's going to house there. So all my albums and my sheet protectors will be in that place. As you can see, there's room for them to grow. And then this basket has just a bunch of memorabilias, stuff that I want to add in my scrapbooks eventually. And then this little pile right here has some scraps that I actually pulled out of that basket that I showed you yesterday that was near my die cut machine, because I wanted to make some, or I had wanted to use the scraps, like mainly scraps, for all of my scrapbook pages for my scrap series. And then this container right here I got from Goodwill a long time ago and houses all my extra adhesives that I kind of go to often. Like I have my Scotch tape there, I have my Elmer's glue, I have my glue gun in there. So those are all adhesives that are just assorted adhesives. And then on the top, this container right here is an old bread pan that I got at an antique store, and it houses all of my jewels, my enamel dots. I got a lot of doodle bugs. So that's all there. They're all in one part. And then this container I got at Harbor Freight, and it has pre-cut like die cuts, like the ones that like in an ephemera pack. And then these containers right here house homemade enamel dots and sequins that are not in packages. As you can see, I like clear containers because I am a visual person. I want to see what I have. And this container I got at Hobby Lobby and houses all of my mini ink pads and then my daubers and my blending tool. Okay. Okay, this area right here, I used to do a lot of pocket letters, and what I did with the items that was given to me, I actually pull them out of the pockets and reuse them in my scrapbooks and in my cards. I feel like that's the best kind of way for me to appreciate what was given to me, is to actually use them. So I have them all organized here. So I have some clips, I have embellishments, I have little 3x4 papers over there, some washi samplers, ribbons, post-it notes, so all that are there. And then this just houses a bunch of stuff that I use for storage. And then right here I have my twine. So I have my two-tone colored twine, and then I have just my solid colored twine. And these containers I got at the dollar spot at Target a long time ago. And then over here I have my scraps of ribbon, and then I have more ribbon right here. Like I told you, I don't need any more ribbons, but all the ribbons I did keep, they're all in here. Okay, and then more ribbon right here. So this is kind of like a ribbon station. Right there, ribbons and more ribbons. And then this right here is where all I have my acrylic stamps, and I'm pulling that out for you. Alright, so these are all my acrylic stamps. Maybe to some this is a lot, maybe to others it's not. But I just want to keep all my acrylic stamps in this container. I got this basket at the Goodwill, and it's really nice because it's divided into two spots. I don't know what the size of each of the area is, but I like that it fits all of my acrylic stamps, and then my smaller stamps are all in this area. So I'm going to stick with this. If I want to get some more stamps, then I need to pull some things out of here and not add another container for acrylic stamps. So that's that area right there, and then I have a little hook here that I actually put my 12 by 12 stencil. So that just holds some, all my 12 by 12. I don't have a lot, but that's where it lives. And then right over here, this is an old time card container that I actually grabbed from when my husband's family owned their own machine shop. They had one of these for their workers, so I grabbed it, and that's where I put all my finished cards before they go in their cubby. And then this cabinet right here houses all my other craft stuff. I am jack of all trades, master of none, and so I do other crafts. So up there I have kind of basic craft supplies, you know, pipe cleaners, foam, some fabric, all sorts of things. These are all my fabrics that I use for sewing. And then that black container right there houses all of my threads. This is my packaging tape, all my oh, I can't remember, yarn. What am I forgetting that? Some yarn, some more supplies, like it has my needles, my pins, zippers, things like that. This houses some baby food jars that I need to get rid of. And then these are actually, well, they're not craft stuff, they're books. My school books are there that I still need to go through. And then these are the boxes that I did keep from all the rest of the boxes and shipping items that I had in the corner right here. So I got rid of a bunch of them, and then I just kept those ones just in case I need to send products to companies and other places. I wanted to keep at least a couple of them there. So that is basically my craft room. Let's pan you out again. So like I said, this is my craft room 2017. And I did manage to get rid of like 12 bags of trash, and then like 5 boxes of to sell and to donate items. So that made me happy, and I really learned a lot of things, which I will share with you in another video, kind of giving you my feedback on the KonMari method and also what I've learned in this time around of purging. So what makes me happy about my new space right now is that there's a lot more room for me to walk around, because there's not stuff like on the sides of containers and inside underneath tables and things like that. So there's a lot more room for me to move around. Also, the main reason why I have purged this time, because it was phase 1 of me actually moving my room to another spot. So I want to share with you what I did with this room, and hopefully I will be able to move to my new room by the end of the year and show you how that will look like. So cross your fingers for me that I will get that done sometime this year, because my oldest son will be using this room as his bedroom. So thank you so much for coming by and watching me share with you my room. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section below. And please give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys later. Bye.